Hello guys, this is Jacob. Today I'm making a video to show you guys how to um, build a workflow automation using a tool called N8N. So I think that N8N tool is getting very popular because it's like an alternative to a Make.com or Zapier, but it's open source. So you can self-host it. You can just build it even using Kaggle or just test it using Kaggle, which is something that I'm gonna demo today. Hope this video is going to help you to try it out and then build your automation workflow. That being said, let's get started. Um, as usual, we just go to kaggle.com, create a notebook. Um, so this one, let's call it an N and demo notebook. You can call it whatever you want. Then um, we just start to create a function, and then basically this is to help run bash command inside the notebook. Um, so this is a basic Python function. Um, and then because we want to install N8N and also be able to expose the service to the public. So that's why we actually need to install ngroq. Um, so after we do that, I demoed a couple of uh, ngroq usage cases in my other videos. Feel free to check that out. So basically, just to install ngroq and then grab the uh, ngroq token from the ngroq console and paste it here. Then we just started create a ngroq public URL. So basically, just have to specify 5678. So this is the default port for N8N. So just paste all the code in here and just hit enter. So you'll be able to get the ngroq public URL like that. Then um, because Kaggle already has an NVM or npx uh, set up already, so just run npx dash. So basically dash yes means that you don't have to worry about the prompt. So basically we'll install N8N right away, or and also spin up the service. So run that, and then you'll be able to see, okay, the Node.js is spin up, and then the process N8N will be running on port 5678. So this is where we actually route the traffic to. So after everything is set up, all we have to do is click this link. So you bring up to the N8N. So as a public working instance. So then you can actually test out everything on Kaggle, which is nice. So you don't have to set up anything on a local laptop or PC. It can actually work out straight out on the Kaggle notebooks. So let's walk through how to build workflows in N8N in a very straightforward sample. So basically, this sample will have a weather app. We will have a Groq as a AI um, companion or AI service. So basically, we'll let the workflow to talk to AI to figure out the weather. And you can also ask other things, not just weather, but um, we'll see later in this video. So basically, in this demo, we'll create two workflows. One is for the task workflow, and this is basically the main workflow. And the other workflow is called weather app. You can create workflow, just add workflow. So just add a workflow. So basically, this is a default workflow. You can just click uh, test. Basically, start with a click and test workflow. So don't worry about that one. I'll go back to the workflow that I already created. So the first we do a test workflow. So what we'll do, basically just add a chat. Basically just can add a, let's say, open notes panel. And what we have to do is just open it up and search for a um, basically a AI agent. So every part of this workflow is a sort of component. So so you can just continue to add different component or modules to the workflow, so it works one by one, right? And so if you just want to add a AI agent, say you want to say create another workflow. So all you have to do is just click um, this one. If you click this one, because we don't want to use the starting node as a click test, we just want to start as a chat. So basically, you type the message, and then it will start in the workflow. So just click this one, right? The plus sign on the right up corner, and then search for You don't have search actually. You just advanced AI. Just click advanced AI because you want to wire up the AI agent, and then so basically just select AI agent. So there are specific AI apps like OpenAI. There's LLM chain, and there's a bunch of other stuff, but we use AI agent. I will see a little bit why we actually chose the AI agent. So if you go back to the test workflow, so the reason we actually chose to be using AI agent, they will actually start up with the chat message automatically created. The reason we start AI agent is because um, it works as a sort of like a collaborator. So it's not just one um, basically calling one model like Olama or you call Groq or you call OpenAI. It's not like one model. It's gonna basically intelligently to pick the one, right? To pick the model. So you're gonna pick the Grok or you're gonna pick, let's say Wikipedia, and you're gonna pick the another workflow. We'll go show that in a little bit. So basically, the AI agent is gonna pick a appropriate execution plan. So which is nice. So that's not just say, okay, execute 1, 2, 3, but instead we just intelligently see which one works best. So we pick the flow and then to run execution. Um, so then after we just say if you chat model, you can select chat model, and then what happens is you can pick one Grok as we see in here. We already added, right? So we pick the chat model. So we just say, okay, find a account. So you can click the icon here, and then you can put in your API key. You can just go to groq.com. You can create one and paste it here. Okay, you go to groq.com, go to console API keys, create one, paste it in here, and then all the models that's available in Groq will show up. So you pick the one that you like. So that's basically a one straightforward setup for Groq. Let's go back to Canvas. So this is a Canvas. Then this is a chat model, right? We use Groq to run a basic chat. And the other thing we actually want to tie up, we want to maybe tie some calculators, very basic things, and then you don't have to have that. So this is actually part of the tool. You also notice there's a memory because we're running Kaggle, there's some issue with the memory. So, but we can show you guys what it is. So basically, memory you can set up like a Windows buffer memory. So you just add it. You don't have to do any configuration. If you actually have a virtual box or anything, you can run a local Linux box with which can add a Windows buffer memory. You can also have like Postgre and also Redis, so which is very nice. You can actually put all your memory like processing or temporary storage inside the things that they specified in here, right? But we don't want to demo this in Kaggle. It has a little bit issues, but it's no problem with the basically to run the workflow. And then we have to add a tool, right? So we add a Wikipedia tool. You just click add tool. You can add a Wikipedia. You can see it here is Wikipedia. You can then add another workflow. Basically, it's gonna run a workflow, which is the second workflow we're talking about earlier in this video. So we can basically add a workflow. You can see this. This is a workflow, right? Well, the workflow, which is called OpenWeather App. After that, we just say, okay, we want to pick the workflow from the list. We have two workflows, and then we just pick the one that's called Weather App. We'll go there next, right? And then close it, go back to Canvas. So then, so this is basically gonna call another flow. And when the AI agent see there's a fit, so then let's go back to another flow, which is the Weather App. So this what this does is basically just run a weather app through a AI-powered service. Uh, that service right now is actually set in execution command. Um, the reason is we want this to actually pop through from the start to the end. Right now, I think OpenAI has these capabilities. If you actually go and add workflow, you see the advanced advanced AI. So you basically click here and then you will see OpenAI. So you click OpenAI, it has a function called a messaging model. So you click a messaging model, is gonna connect all the different modules so they can actually run the pipeline. But if you use another LLM service like Groq, you cannot actually tap it inside. So in in that case, we have to use the bash command. So basically, curl command to actually um, run the LLM. So you see this module in here. Then we have to run Python script to extract the response and return to the previous workflow. So that being said, let's go through each of the module one by one, right? So basically, first we have a edit field. So what it means is that we can add a query, which is we'll just say I want weather in San Jose. We can put in anything. This is gonna help the other AI agent to figure out, okay, if you ask for weather for San Jose, where should I look, right? So this is basically helping the AI agent to navigate the pipeline. So so this we just add a edit field. We can just click edit field. Let's go back to Canvas. Let's say edit filter, search for edit field, right? Search for that, and then you will have a module pop up like that, or a node, which is what N8N called. It's a node, so just call it, and basically you'll fill in the information. Make sure you select manual mapping, and then just add a query and add a San Jose. That's all. Let's go back to Canvas. Then you basically have to attach the query to uh, app, which is called OpenWeather App. You can add it, just search for OpenWeather App, right? Just search for that, and then it will basically help you to add this node. Let's click OpenWeather App. So all you have to do is go to the OpenWeather map. Let's say OpenWeather. Just search for OpenWeather, right? OpenWeather App, right? And go here and then click, and you'll basically just log it in, right? Just log it in, grab the API key. Click here, grab the API key. That's it. And paste it in here. So just paste everything. Just click the icon here and paste it in here. So it'll show up the available fields. And what we want to do with that, we want the query. So we want the query from the previous node, which is the previous step in the workflow. So we just say, okay, JSON dot query. That's it. So then just all we have to do. And then basically you just go back to Canvas. And after that, we get the response from the workflow. Just click test app. You can see it's actually going back with the input. The input is from the previous step. So that's the San Jose, which is the edit field, right? And then we have the open weather map. Take that query. We can see this actually pop out in San Jose, which is nice to see actually what is actually coming in. And then you have output, so you can output. This actually comes in different format. It can, has a table and JSON and schema. So we just choose the JSON. It's easier. And then we can test every step. And then let's go back to Canvas. So this was working as expected. After that, you can see it's actually this is first step executed, second executed, the third one's executed, which is the application. The fourth one, let's open up. We just have to execute the command. So to add that, we just click the add button. Actually, you'll have a plus if you didn't add it. So just add a plus. It will have a you can search for bash, just bash command, right? Just search bash command. It's good. So you can search the node in here. Just add it, click and add. So we added that. So all we have to do is basically say take the input from the previous step, which is the OpenWeather app, and then just run a command like that. Just paste the curl command. You have to basically do everything as a curl way. You can actually just click here, click this icon here. So see, basically, this is taking the input. You can just do a JSON string file and JSON. JSON is the input, entire input from left side. So you have to basically do a stringify, and then this is actually convert the JSON, which is the an object, and this to a string. So basically, this is actually a JavaScript, as the N8N document says. So convert everything to a string, and then just replace the quote also. Um, if it's needed. So in this case, we need that to actually replace the quote because we have to make a post command to the Groq endpoint. So that being said, so this is gonna basically convert everything from the input, which is output from the weather app, as input to the AI model from Groq. So this is basically also like the results gonna take that variable and basically show up in here, which is super nice. This is give you exact what gonna query the Groq service. After that, we can also test it, right? So you'll see this is actually from Groq after we um, basically run this curl command and also run the pipeline from the start. So this will give you the content, the response from that input, right? So let's go back to the canvas. So you see all the modules executed. So now we go back to the code. So then the reason is we want to summarize the output and basically do some more search and then extract the data and output as a single response. So to add code, just click the add code. So just add code here or add it. So just click the code and then basically all you have to do is take just select Python. They support JavaScript and Python. You just select Python and then basically just run this command, right? So take the input and this and then convert the to the input to regular py. So and then just get the standard out from the output from the previous step. It's a standard out, and then this is a serialized data is a string. So we have to convert the string to a JSON object, and then after that, we simply just send the response, right, as a basically the from the content that we saw earlier. So we just only need the content from the LLM and then return as a response. So to test it, so this is where we get from the LLM. So which is nice. So this is a pretty much like a chat, right? So um, so and then that's the second workflow. You see everything is executed. Everything is executed. So let's go back to our first workflow, which is the main workflow. Then we'll go back this workflow. So then we already attached the weather app workflow in here. So let's start chat. So let's go click the chat icon here. So then what you have to do, let's say we don't ask weather. So let's see what's gonna happen. Let's say what's the capital of Spain? Let's see. So this is gonna first check out which source is the best to answer that question. It's a little bit slow. Maybe it's because of the service has some issues. Let's see. So probably there's some has some issues with that. So let's it's actually running. You see, actually everything is running, and let's see what happened. It's still going, right? It's still going. Let's maybe okay, executed. So what happened? Input was Spain. So the output there's a basically there's some response from the Wikipedia. There's some response in here. Okay. So let's do that again. Let's say we just chat. What's the so? But you also can see what has been executed, right? So it has been Groq has executed, Wikipedia has executed, but the workflow didn't because he knows that you don't have to query the workflow. You just query the LM model and Wikipedia. So let's try again. Let's say what's the capital of Spain? Okay, the capital of Spain is Madrid. That's correct. Okay, that's cool. And then the next question is we just ask some of the weather question to wire up the weather app. Let's say let's close it out. Maybe just close that out to just let's see. This is three module has been executed. So the chat and also the Groq and the Wikipedia. So the next thing I want to demo is if they actually ask the question for the weather, what happens? What's the weather in San Jose? So let's check this out. See what it responds. So what's weather in San Jose? So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, so what happened with that? So they did respond. See, the model actually, the workflow did respond. So maybe there's some AI UI problems. Um, let's do that again. Maybe let's do that again. What's the weather in San Jose, California? So he knows the answer. Okay, I think still some problem with the how they actually respond to it. Let's see. So this actually responded correctly. Um, but there's another output, which is something that displayed in here, which is weird. But anyways, so it did actually, if you go back here, so you can see the workflow actually changed. It actually calling the N8N workflow tool, right? So it didn't call the Wikipedia because I think the Wikipedia doesn't have the information. So the AI agent actually decides to ask the N8N the other workflow. So yeah, that's basically N8N. It's really nice. It's definitely a open source alternative for make.com for Zapier. So you can actually do a lot of crazy and complicated workflow inside N8N. Because it supports Python module, it supports JavaScript. So yeah, that being said, hope this is helpful. If you like this video, please comment, subscribe, or like it. This is the only way I know this is helpful to you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting this channel. See you in the next one.